Make no mistake, children are the target, especially when it comes to toxic masculinity. Because we saw in the previous episodes how Charlie took this 9-year-old girl, falsified her age so that he could have her as his wife. If it was not for the fact that laws were here to keep a lot of these toxic males in check, they would literally be at hospitals waiting on the next daughter to be born to go, hey, she's my wife. Hey, no, she's my wife. Because y'all would literally leave your woman that you're with now and go take up a younger version if y'all heard tomorrow that the laws had changed to facilitate you dating 4-year-olds. I kid you not. Because if Charlie was willing to go to 9, it's just because at that time, maybe that's the lowest he felt it was possible for him to stop at. And y'all prove time and time again that y'all have no moral conscience when it comes to age and leaving young girls alone. And we can prove this. Go into the churches right now and ask the question, anybody in here has ever been sexually assaulted? Anybody in here has ever been molested? You'll see plenty of hands going up. And if you follow that up with another question, by whom? These people will be saying, a man. M-A-N. Because y'all are the largest perpetrators when it comes to sexually assaulting and molesting women, young girls, and even young boys. And that's why we continue to do this series, Men Holding Males at Accountability, because trust me, it's the simple fact that the law stated that stop at 16. Why a lot of these girls can walk the streets safely and have a fighting chance. Because if the law did not stipulate that, trust me, a lot of these even young babies would not even have a fighting chance. Because as we saw in the news the other day, was it the biological father who sexually assaulted the 6-month-old and the 4-month-old? Was it a 6-month? And these are the things we're talking about. A 4-month-old and a 6-month-old, not even 1 year. The sexual indiscipline in the toxic masculine. And then when women address these issues and say, no, a lot of y'all are getting out of hand. And these things have been going on for generations and generations. I don't know why our forefathers keep overlooking these things, because they are horrendous and they need to be sanctions that are put in place, because these things they are done so regular that most people tend to start overlooking them now. If I should ask right now, how many of y'all women who are watching now, if you have ever at the age of 10 or 12, when you were in your young school years walking on the road, were you verbally assaulted by these men? They see you and say, my girl, breast look stiff, breast a shove up though, yeah, it look nice. Or they say something it just come across as really offensive to you, because you was like, you had to look around and say, who is he saying this to? Me? A 10-year-old me? This is so inappropriate for a male to be saying to a young child, whether in school uniform or not. And a lot of these males back then, when they were doing these things to a lot of these children, because I have experiences of it, at 12-year-old, these great tone man, yeah, breasts are push up. Why the hell are you watching that? So it just goes to show, when we say the men have to hold males at accountability, we are trying to say we have an issue on our hand. It has been an issue for a long time. The women are affected. the children are affected, even the young babies at 6 and 4 months are affected. And what are y'all gonna do about that? So instead of jumping in the comments defending each other, but women are toxic too, and women hurt men, and women do this, come forward with solutions. Because a large percentage of these perpetrated events are duly caused by the men. We're not saying all males and all men are doing these things. So stop saying not all men are like that. We did not say that. That's not the point. The point is the large percentage of y'all are doing this. So y'all are a large representation. So that's why majority of the women have negative experiences with y'all. That's why they're talking. Because if the large percentage of men were not doing this, then we wouldn't have such a great issue and uprising and outcry against the toxic masculine behavior. No wonder y'all come and you try to demean the women by telling them that they get less valuable as they age. Because a lot of y'all, I feel like you are secretly, you secretly would sleep with babies if the law was not keeping you from doing that. And no wonder there's an increase in the amount of boys who are basically ganging up and sexually assaulting these single lone girls, younger than them too. It's sad. And when I am in the bus and I am traveling to show you how these things are, even if you are not teaching the young boys it, toxic males, they pick it up and they embody it by seeing your actions. Because tell me, how could I be on a bus and these group of young boys between the age of 13 to 15, and they could take it upon themselves and start to talk about, oh, these young girls don't want us to pick the cherry. It seems like it's older men's they want. Right? They now give us young boys a chance. And then they got into a discussion where they was like, how many body count you got? Oh, I got so and so. And this is a big coaster bus with adults and children ranging from all ages. And these teenage boys found it not shameful to sit there and talk about their body count and how these young girls don't want them to pluck the cherry. And when we say y'all need to hold each other at accountability, y'all are saying we are emotional and y'all are logic and we need to sit down and calm down. No. No. Because if y'all was practical, then you would actually have come up with solutions by now. If y'all was practical, you wouldn't be sitting there pointing fingers and say, but it's her fault and she hurt men. That's why men are doing these things. That's why it's escalating. If y'all were practical, you would have more solutions in place to say, okay, not how, other than just holding them at accountability, what organizations can we put in place? What systems can we put in place to help men who are going through these things, who maybe need re-education or training if they have certain issues that they need to, I don't know, heal from? What are you doing?